Today we are doing an individual lesson with Pierce Robinson. He is a student that I've seen. This will be lesson 5. This will be the fluency where he is actually going to use the karaoke machine to check for his fluency. We've done this before. This is new information as far as the poem that he's selected, but this is a concept that we've been working on really kind of off and on all year. So today what I would like you to do, Pierce, is we're going to review some of the things that we talked about. And one of the things that we talked about was fluency. What is fluency?
Reading smoothly.
Okay, reading smoothly, okay. Anything else that you notice when you say, oh, that guy's really a good reader, a fluent reader? What do you notice about them?
They're reading smoothly.
Smoothly, okay. Another word that you could use besides smoothly?
Softly.
Softly, could be. Anything else?
No.
Okay. We talked about speed. Remember a couple days ago we were doing rereading and we did something on the computer. What was I doing? Do you remember?
I remember doing. Oh yeah, we were looking up stuff for the words.
Okay. Well, remember we did the rereading and we timed it.
Yeah.
What did you notice about it when we timed it? What happened?
Sometimes I went up and then the last time I went down.
Okay. And do you remember when you went up, what was happening?
No.
Yeah. I kind of recall, and I think when you were going up in your time, you were rereading some of the phrases. Remember in the poem, you're doing the poem about the turtle, and you reread it. Your time was like 26.78 seconds, and then you went down to, I think it was 18. Because a lot of the times I was noticing that you were rereading. Okay? So what does it mean to reread something?
Read something again.
Yeah, reading it again. And so why do you think we reread something again when we're reading?
I don't know.
Okay. Sometimes are you like unsure of maybe what the meaning means and so you go back to search for meaning, or?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Well, this time I would really like to focus on just saying the words each one time and not going back and not rereading so that we keep our fluency up. Because you've gone from 26 all the way to 18. You went back up a little bit, but then you went down to 17. So I know that with practice, you're going to get better and better and better and better. And now for homework, you read your Yertle the Turtle.
Yep.
And tell me about that one.
Bert and Yertle fell into the mud, and now Yertle is sticking out of the mud, and Mac is looking out of the pond.
Okay. And so how many times did you read it last night?
Just one.
Just one time. And so today, if you read it again today, it would be your second reading. Do you think things will change when you read it the second time?
I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll find out, won't we? Because I want to have you read a sample of that because we went over it last time and you read some of it to me, but now I'd like to hear it again. But before we do that, let's go ahead. It is Karaoke Friday. So are you ready to do?
Karaoke Friday?
Yep.
So it's not Friday.
I know it's Thursday. We're going to do it on Thursday. So I want you to go ahead and do your karaoke. Some things that you're going to do when you do your karaoke are what?
Read smoothly.
Okay.
And don't make any mistakes.
Well, hopefully. Sometimes if you make a mistake, what could be your strategy for, are we going to go on? Are you going to go back? What are you going to do?
Go back.
You are? Are we going to reread?
I don't know.
Okay. Let's do the best we can. Hopefully we will just say every word once. And I'm going to time you just to see. I'm not really doing a timed, but I want to see how we're doing with our time. Okay? Let's read through it once first before you turn on the machine, okay? What's the name of your poem? Do you know?
The Little Turtle.
Okay. Okay, you wanna get closer?
I'm fine with that. There was a little turtle. He lived in a box.
Let's slow down just a little bit. There
was a little turtle. He lived in a box.
His name
was Yertle. He swam in a puddle. He climbed on the rocks. He snapped a mosquito. He snapped at a flea. He stabbed a minnow. He snapped at him. He caught that mosquito. He caught that flea. He caught that minnow, but he can't catch me.
Okay, wonderful job. You know, there were some words that we went over initially, and I just want to review those words with you. One of those words was fluency, which we've already discussed, but there were a couple in the poem that we hadn't talked about this time. And what is this word?
Mosquito.
Mosquito. You know what a mosquito is. Tell me.
It's a thing that sucks your blood.
It does suck your blood, okay. So if you are bothered by a mosquito, what's it doing?
Sucking your blood.
It's biting you, because don't you get kind of a bump?
Yeah, and sucking your blood.
And sucking it. And the other word that we talked about was minnow. What was a minnow?
A circle thing with like the hook.
Okay, can you tell me more?
It's like a bait.
Okay, a bait. So what are you going to use that bait for?
To catch fish.
With a what?
A fishing rod.
A fishing pole. Have you ever gone fishing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So what did you use for bait when you went fishing?
Pretty much some shiny stuff to like make like fish think it's another fish. But pretty much no fish came.
No fish came.
No.
So it wasn't very successful. No. Gotcha. All right. Well, that is a minnow, and that's what we use when we go fishing. We use minnows because the other fish will come and bite the minnow and get hooked on the hook, and off they go. So, all right. Any other questions before we get ready to do your karaoke, my dear?
No.
Okay. I think you did a wonderful job. I'd like to see you make sure that you're just saying each word once. I think I won't time you. I think we'll just do it as a kind of an enjoyable time, and we won't worry at all about your speed. And then when we do it next week, we'll go back to our speed drills. Okay, my dear. Okay, do you want to stand up or sit down?
I want to stand up.
Okay, stand up. Or you want to stand or sit?
Stand.
Okay, go ahead.
There was a little turtle. He lived in a box. His name was Zero. He swam in a puddle. He climbed on the rocks. He snapped at a mosquito. He snapped at a flea. He snapped at a minnow. He snapped at me. He caught that mosquito. He caught that flea. He caught that minnow, but he can't catch me.
Okay, wonderful job, wonderful. Okay, now I'm going to have you do it one more time, but before you do, I'm going to read it for you. Okay? Can I use the microphone? Yeah. Okay. If I were reading it, I would do this. There was a little turtle. He lived in a box. His name was Yertle. He swam in a puddle. He climbed on the rocks. He snapped a mosquito. He snapped at a flea. He snapped a minnow. He snapped at me. He caught that mosquito. He caught that flea. He caught that minnow. But he can't catch me. Okay, what was different between your reading and my reading?
I don't know. I don't know anything different.
Okay, do you think yours sounded like mine?
I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll record later on, and we'll make sure that we get an evaluation, because we can do it that way, or I can just have you do it again. You ready? Okay. Do you want to stand up? You said no, you don't want to
sit down.
Okay.
There was a little turtle. He lived in a box. His name was Yertle. He swam in a puddle. He climbed on the rocks. He snapped at a mosquito. He snapped at a flea. He snapped a minnow, but he can't. And he snapped at me. He caught that mosquito. He caught that flea. He caught that minnow, but he can't catch me.
Okay, wonderful. You know, I get the feeling that you did a little bit differently the second time. What do you think you did differently? I think you slowed down a little bit and you enunciated your words a little bit better. I think the first time, and maybe it's just because we're doing the video and you're a little more nervous, and I understand that, but I think that you did a better job enunciating each word, and I could understand everything that you had said.
Okay.
So it was a little more expressive and a little more fluent, so wonderful job. We have just like a minute left. Something that I was kind of thinking would be a fun activity. You've kind of done Yertle the Turtle then, and I want to hear you read the first page of that. But wouldn't it be kind of fun to do some type of a follow-up writing about turtles?
I already did.
You did?
Yeah, I did for I forgot animal research.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's something that I would want to...
I did green sea turtles.
Did you really? Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful. I would like to see that. Super.
The one
Now,
thing
when
I
did you
didn't
do
read
that?
yet is I don't remember.
Okay. All right. Wonderful.
But but the story we haven't read what yet was the story.
Okay, you want to do that one next?
Yeah.
Okay, let's, for just today, I'd like to hear you, since you've already read it with me once, would you go back to the beginning of Yertle? And I'd like to just hear like maybe the first page.
Okay.
Okay?
On the faraway land of Slamasond.
Salamasoo. Remember, it was kind of a lot of, okay? And if, since you didn't, this wasn't familiar, what would be a way that you could strategize when you have something that's so,
I don't know.
okay, could you break it apart?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it with just the beginning sound.
Salamasond.
Perfect. Okay.
On a faraway land of Salamasond, Yertle the turtle was king of the pond. A nice little pond. It was clean. It was neat. The water was warm.